Episode 73, 5-to-1 Quarantine Activities. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 5-to-1. 5-to-1 is all about the countdown from our panel of experts on a different topic each episode. Today, we are featuring the best quarantine activities and our style of counting down from
5-to-1.
Real quick before we get started, we're on Spotify, so if you like to listen to podcasts there, go check us out. And both of you are looking at me like, what the crap is this song that I played for the intro? I saw it on Facebook, and I knew I had to use it for our intro. It's Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Do you know who the Olsen twins are?
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Yes, from the song. But they're the twins that... do you know who Michelle is from Full House, the little daughter of Full House? They were twins that played that role, even though there was only one character, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Anybody my age is very familiar with them. They were really famous growing up. And they had a show called The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley in 1994. And this song, I saw it on Facebook. It's called Nothing to Do. And I highly recommend it. It's been like a quarantine type thing because there's nothing to do. Yep. I highly recommend YouTubing this piece of history because the video is as good as the song. I'll just leave it at that. So go check it out. And speaking of what a crazy time we are in right now, I hope all of our listeners are staying safe and healthy. This is something I've never experienced in my lifetime. I know it's difficult for a lot of people for a lot of reasons. And the hope in this episode today, in this recording, is that we find some of the positives that have come out of social distancing. What do they call it? Stay in place, shelter in place.
Oh, yeah.
During the self-quarantine, during the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. And maybe just shine a light on some of the things we've been able to do together that have ended up being good for us in some way, made us healthier, smarter, stronger, brought us closer, or brought us some kind of joy in some kind of way.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right, so before we get much further, we should probably introduce our panel of Corona experts. I'm Chris, and I'm joined by my two close quarters... I screwed that up. And my two close for quarters sons.
Cade Moore.
That's my 15-year-old.
Jet Maximus Keith Moore.
That's my 13-year-old. And we are...
5-to-1.
Hey, that was perfect timing. The song ended right when you guys said 5-to-1.
I meant to do that.
Nothing to Do by Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I would have Mary-Kate and I'm not going to say the next one.
Did you guys have any rules for your list, or did you have a hard time making your list?
No, for both of those questions.
No.
You did have a hard time. I had to give you a bunch of ideas at the last minute.
Yes, I had a little bit.
So just everything you've been doing for the past,
I thought it was going to be
weeks.
hard, but it wasn't hard.
Okay. My list came to me pretty easily because I'm living it right now. I've barely left the house for over like a month, maybe like 5 times.
You happy?
Do y'all enjoy quarantine overall?
No. You asked me that once before, and it kind of made me question my life choices because you're basically saying like, hey, you don't do anything anyways. So, and it's true. I'm a homebody. I've been working from home and staying at home as much as I can. So my going out activities haven't changed that much. There are things I miss, but I'm okay staying
I think there's definitely some pros and cons with it.
Yeah, well, we'll get into those with our list, right?
Yes.
All right. Speaking of, are you guys ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Okay. Cade, what is your...
Number 5.
Number 5.
Cooking and snacking.
Those are two separate activities.
I couldn't decide on which one.
Okay. Why did you pick cooking and snacking?
I love making myself breakfast.
You have been doing that.
I can't cook anything else. Like, I'm not like talented or skilled at all. But I love cooking breakfast for myself.
Yeah.
He even like just loves cooking because like a lot of the time he was like, Jet, like as soon as I like wake up, he's like,
You want a sandwich?
You want an egg sandwich? I'm like, I don't like eggs.
Yeah, you don't eat anything.
You're like the only person I've ever said that like doesn't like eggs. Like maybe like a certain
I like some
people
eggs.
like I don't like scrambled eggs or I don't like over easy eggs, but like just eggs in
when
general
Dad
that
makes
makes no
eggs,
sense.
like
I do make the best eggs.
yes,
in
his
the
eggs
world.
are good. Like I'll eat his eggs. There's some exceptions.
I did the first time I saw you cooking in the morning, Cade. You were making an egg sandwich that you'd seen on TikTok.
Yeah.
that was basically you kind of made like an omelet base. You put cheese on it, you put bread on it, you flip the whole thing over, and then fold the sandwich in half, and boom, you're done.
Easy.
It was really cool.
It's like 10 minutes.
Except our spatula wasn't big enough, so it was a little bit hard to flip.
Yeah, like why do we have like a tiny spatula? Like, what's that used for?
People,
I couldn't flip the sandwich. Like
people with little hands need little spatulas, I guess. I don't know.
I guess I'm a little person. That's whatever.
Okay, and you said snacking also. Did you want to add that? Anything on that?
I mean, I just have all the time in the world. I get so hungry at school. Usually, I'll bring my lunch and buy my lunch during lunchtime. I'll eat my lunch I bring from school, and then once I'm done eating my lunch from home, the lines are gone for lunch, so I can go and eat lunch after that.
Right.
After my lunch. So I eat a lot during school, and I snack a lot too. Like most of my money from work and anything else I do goes to like vending machines at school.
Yeah.
I eat a lot at school.
Okay, I don't know what made me think about this because you're talking about school, and this is not school related, but one thing that's been floating around on Facebook a lot lately that I've seen, because I have a lot of wrestling community in my Facebook friend list, people are doing this challenge where they do like a handstand with their feet on the wall.
And they put a singlet on?
Or singlet or t-shirt. T-shirt was the first one. They take the shirt off and then put it back on while they're doing a handstand with their feet on the wall. I think you could do that without the wall.
Yeah, I think I could put it on without using the wall.
You have to take it off and put it back on without using the wall.
I bet I could do that.
Okay, we're going to do this later.
Okay.
I think you can. Okay. Anything else on...
I could definitely do it while on the wall. Like, that's easy.
That's easy,
I can do anything while in a handstand.
Yeah.
I can skateboard on a handstand.
True. All right, anything else on cooking and snacking?
I was going somewhere with... Oh, yeah. I am negative $90 in my lunch account.
I know. I get calls from your school every day. Okay. All right, Jet, what's your number 5?
Watching movies.
That scared me.
Sorry.
It's just so loud.
Watching movies. Okay.
I watch movies pretty often. Like, I do every night to fall asleep. Sometimes I just do it, like, on my own. But I've especially been doing it during quarantine because I have a lot more time.
Yeah, you can.
And I've discovered some of the greatest movies of all time, such as Toy Story 2.
Don't agree. It's one of the worst of all time.
You've been talking about that movie nonstop.
Toy Story 2. I've rewatched Matrix.
I feel like that's like the
Fight
least
Club.
popular out of all of them.
It is, but I think what happened was Jet got on this Disney kick, and he decided to watch Toy Story in the middle of this Disney kick. And going into that, he realized, because Jet's all into like movie reviews and ratings, he realized that Toy Story 2 is the least popular of the three. So went in with these low expectations, and then watched it, and he's like, "Hey, it's pretty good." And now you're overrating.
No, I'm not even over it. It's like
you're overcompensating.
It's one of the greatest movies in cinematic history.
Okay, but like, is it your favorite animated movie of all time?
I don't know yet.
Because you put it above like all the other, like we did like a bracket
of Disney Pixar movies.
Yeah, and it won like
for Jet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cars won for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Easily the best one out of this
Cars.
list.
I picked Wall-E, but
I've also rewatched like Seven and a lot of other movies I loved.
Yeah, you have been watching a lot of movies, and you can stay up all night basically.
Yes.
And all day.
Which he doesn't. He sleeps till like 5 in the afternoon.
Lately, I got my sleeping schedule back on track because I stayed up all night and all day.
Yeah.
And I slept like at 9.
Okay.
She's melatonin. That works.
I don't take anything. I just don't sleep. All right. Anything else on movies, Jet?
Toy Story 2 is great.
All right. My number 5 is kind of related. I put watching Netflix. It's something that is always a fun activity, and I try to do relatively frequently because I like to watch shows there. But I've had a lot more time to actually spend it watching it now, and I binged Peaky Blinders, which was recommended to me during our streaming shows episode, and it is so good. Cillian Murphy's the main actor.
Great actor.
Yeah, and he crushes that role. And Tom Hardy's in it too. And his character might actually be my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, he's so good. Anyways, highly recommend. I've managed to avoid that train wreck of a show, Tiger King, that everybody's talking about.
I watched the first episode and I can't watch anymore.
Good. I'm glad. I'm never going to watch it, I promise. Number 1, it looks horrible. And number 2, I don't know, like petting zoos and caging animals it's a horrible life for those animals. And it just bothers me. I don't really care to...
Yeah, I kind of want to drop Kate Carol Baskin after just seeing what she did in the first episode. She definitely killed her husband. Like...
Everybody's...
It's so obvious.
I've seen so many memes.
Like, I can't remember... I didn't watch the episode, but she says, like, yeah, if you ever want, like, a tiger to easily kill a human, you cover them in, like... Yeah, it's like sardine oil.
I've never even seen it,
like,
and I know all of that.
are you kidding me? Like...
Yeah.
And then it showed the picture of LeBron looking at, what's his name? his old teammate Kyrie. He's like his arms out, like pointing, like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. And it's like the U.S. like showing like the
Tiger King.
Tiger King, yeah, like
I will not be watching
the police. Like she killed her husband. Like,
but Netflix in general has been good. That's all I got for Netflix. Ready to move on to your
number 4.
Cleaning.
Okay, interesting.
Not a
I've
fun
gone through
activity.
several phases of like my room get really bad and then cleaning it. And then after you clean your room, you feel so much better about yourself.
Like you accomplished something.
Yeah. Like I feel healthier when I clean my room.
Your room does look good. It looks a lot better.
It smells a lot better.
Smells a lot better too, yes.
Yeah, I think so. Not sponsored by Bed Bath & Body Works. Their candles.
That's 2 different stores.
Well,
Bed Bath & Beyond and then Bath & Body Works.
I have a problem with cleaning.
Bed Bath & Body Works. I like it.
I know, like, either, like, lots of people like to watch movies while cleaning, and it's either I watch a movie, like, and I just watch the movie and I don't clean at all. And like I'm just like I spend like an hour. I'm like, oh gosh, I was cleaning. I have to get back to this.
I don't think you've ever cleaned in your life. I don't know what you're talking
about. And I'm unfocused. No, I cleaned like last week, but then
you did one day. You're right.
But then
it was like
I was going through my closet, and then like a huge pile of clothes was on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm getting tired.
Still
I'll continue it tomorrow. And I never got back to it. So it's messy again.
You started cleaning one day because you and your friends, when this whole pandemic had just started, you and your friends had been talking about having a sleepover here, and you needed to clean your room before it could happen. So then you waited like a week into the quarantine and then decided to clean one day, and it was too late. Like you can't do that kind of stuff right now, so your friends weren't able to come over. But your room was really clean for like half a day until you decided to do your closet, and now your whole closet's on your floor too. So you probably got busy watching a movie.
It's either when I either watch a movie and then I just like stop, and if I don't watch a movie, I'll get too bored and then end up watching a movie. So
Bed Bath & Body Works, it's the second best collaboration since Birkenkrocks.
Birkenkrocks is the best of all time.
Yeah, easily.
All right, my number 4 is not showering.
Wait, did we go through Jets?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
he just said movies.
Not showering?
Not number 4?
Was movies, yeah.
What's his number 5?
What was your number 5?
Watching movies.
Yeah, we didn't go through his number 4.
All right, we'll do my number 4, and then we'll hop back to yours.
No, you can't go out of order.
My number 4 is not showering. So I kind of like skipping showers in general. I'll just put that out there. But now
he smells really good, even though he doesn't shower for like 5 days. It's the weirdest thing. I'm addicted to smelling him.
You do smell me all the time.
And you're the exact opposite.
Yeah, you start to stink after a day or two.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can really do it all the time now with no repercussions because I'm home anyways. And for whatever reason, like Jet said, I don't really smell. So I can laze in my PJs and not worry about showering until I feel like I want to. That being said, I have showered the past few days because it did wonders for making me feel human again, because not for a while. But really, this not showering is kind of meant to cover all aspects of being lazy. This is just my favorite one of those examples. But like I said before, I'm really a homebody anyways. I do miss a few things. I miss going to the mall with you guys because we do that a lot. I miss going to the movies and things like that. But I don't mind being home all the time because that's my preference without the quarantine anyways. But yeah, not showering is my number 4. All right, Jet, what was your number 4?
Staying up all night.
All right.
First of all, I stay up all night all the time. And lately, Kate's been doing it with me, like, a lot. We've just been staying up all night. And I stay up all night, even on school nights, just, like, a lot of the time. And then I'll get, like, 2 hours of sleep. Or I get no hours of sleep, and I'm tired throughout the whole day. I try not to sleep in class. Like, in English class, I've fallen asleep, like, so many times.
You got to quit doing that.
But no, it's like, here, you can read for like, we're going to read for like 30 minutes. And it's like the hardest thing.
Yeah, when you stay up all night, it's the hardest thing.
No, when you do independent reading time, you put your head down on your desk like your book's like in your lap when you're reading it, but you don't ever read the book. You just sleep.
And do you think your teacher's really falling for that? I mean, they know you're sleeping.
Yeah, but since literally everyone else is doing it, there's nothing she can do about it except
one time I said, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And I went in the stall.
Don't tell me you just slept in the
bathroom. And I slept for like a good 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my god, I got to get back to class. I got back to class, and everyone was like, oh, he probably like, just went to the restroom. He had issues. I'm like, I was sleeping for like 10 minutes on the toilet.
Did your teacher ever question you, like when you like took a huge dump? like in class, and like, where have you been the last 13 and a half minutes?
I never pooped at school.
If she did, I'd just say I had some issues.
I don't poop at this school. I pooped at the freshman center because we were the first people in that building, so like the bathroom was super clean.
Yeah, I never wanted to use the school restrooms. I just waited till I got home. All right, so Jet, staying up all night. Anything else you want to add about staying up all night?
It's fun.
It is fun.
And sometimes staying up all day is way more challenging.
Yeah, but it's been like beautiful outside recently, so I feel
like
I wasted the
easy.
day.
Yeah, you waste the day. True. All right, Cade, what's your
number 3?
Watching movies.
Nice.
I think this would be on everyone's list because what else have people been doing?
Yeah.
But I've watched some pretty good movies. Some sad ones.
Yeah? Like what?
I watched My Girl.
And you watched Blow.
Movie.
That was sad.
Blow, yeah.
That was sad, right? And then the next movie, like the next day, right after I watched Blow, which is even more sad.
Yeah.
Because at least there's like a happy like closure ending at My Girl.
He can't see without his glasses.
That part was sad.
Yeah.
Really sad, yeah. But like with Blow, it's more sad because, one, it's true. And two, there was no happy ending to it.
Oh, yeah.
It never got like, there's sad parts in movies, there's always like a good ending or like a closure ending. Like you got like, okay, this happened and that's good. There's no closure to that.
Yeah, just sad.
George Young is alive to this day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's reconciled with his daughter.
I don't know either.
Like, that's so sad.
It is sad. And it is. Any other movies you want to talk about that you've watched? Because my number 3 is also watching movies, so we'll skip you again, Jen, and go into mine.
I mean, those are the most memorable ones I've watched over break.
I haven't done my number 3.
Movies.
Yeah, but since I have watching movies also, I'll go ahead and talk about it. And then
we're going way out of order. What's going on?
We have watched a lot of movies lately. It's also my number 3, and it's been really nice. Jet and I we used to watch movies.
Yeah, like every
weekend. We'd stay up on a Saturday night and watch like 3 movies back to back to back, except to like 5 in the morning.
And then we'd go to sleep.
Yeah, we kind of gotten away from that because you've developed more of a social life, and I haven't.
But plus, you've been busy.
Yeah, I have. But we've been watching a lot more movies lately. Like I said before, you've been on a Disney kick. We watched Onward, and I watched Big Hero 6. We watched Coco. We watched Moana. You've been really into Toy Story. You watched The Little Mermaid. Indiana Jones. We rented 1917. We watched The Shawshank Redemption. We've watched a lot of movies lately, and it's one of my favorite things to do anyway. And now it's become more of a thing since we've been stuck indoors. So that's my number 3. Chet, what's yours?
My number 3? Yeah. My number 3 is playing baseball.
Nice.
We've been doing this recently, me, Kate, and Dad. And I find baseball is probably my favorite sport just to play for fun. Not competitively, just, for fun. Like, just go outside and throw the ball.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we've gotten back to it because it's been really nice outside. Well, me and Kate have been active because we have to work out basically every day. We have to walk the dogs basically every day. Mm-hmm. We've been playing baseball. We've been running, doing all this stuff. And baseball is easily my favorite one. My second favorite one.
I've been traveling. But social distancing. Don't talk to anyone.
True.
Don't see anyone.
You've been like longboarding places and
stuff like that.
Playing catch to me was one of my favorite things to do too, because I mean I like baseball and enjoy the sport. But on top of that, it's like you just kind of silence out the rest of the world for like half an hour or an hour, and you're doing something fun, but you're also just with 1 or 2 other people, and you can enjoy each other's company and talk and like ignore all the noise that's around you for that amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's harder to do that if we were like playing board games or if we were watching a movie or whatever, because you still have your phone, you still have the TV, you still have these things that are kind of distracting you, and you don't have that when you're throwing the ball. And it's a fun activity in and of itself, but it also gives you the opportunity to
What we do need is
connect.
a spike ball net.
Spike ball, I've seen you play it. I've never played it myself.
I played it.
You haven't seen me when I play good.
When I was at my friend's house.
When hang out with my friends there's like a park in Allen, Celebration Park. There's like a spot where random people will go to, and people just link up and play spike ball games.
Yeah,
and people you've never met before.
For our listeners, spike ball is it looks like a little trampoline, but it's like a net in the shape of a circle, and you bounce a yellow ball off of it, and there's a game about bouncing it, and you have to like try to knock out other people without letting the ball hit the ground. Basically,
it's like the coolest thing, like pulling up to a park, people you've never met before, and they're waiting for you to play spike ball.
Yeah,
so they just pull out the net, and then you guys play with like random people.
Yeah.
It's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. That's cool. All
I don't know
right.
if they're weirdly competitive about it.
Yeah, they are. People are. It's hard.
It's like going to a public basketball court and playing a pickup game with random people. People get competitive. They want to win.
Yeah.
I like to tell the story about my dad and I when I was like, my dad's really tall. He's like 6'6", and he played basketball growing up, and he was good at it. And then I was generally good at sports when I was younger growing up, and when I was probably 12 or 13, which would have made my dad like in his early 30s. Late 30s. We went to a public basketball court, and we played these two guys that were like 20-something each, and they thought they were going to kill us. So we smoked them. Me and my dad, we killed them. It was so cool. It was one of my favorite memories, just playing like random people at a basketball court, and a kid and an old man beating these two guys at the height of their athletic ability.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. All right. Anything else to add about baseball, Jet?
No.
All right, cool. Katie, what's your...
Number 2.
Gaming.
Okay.
I built coolest Minecraft house I've ever built.
I saw it. You showed it to me.
It's got a helicopter pad. I got what's the thing they have that like notifies ships when they're about to hit land?
A lighthouse?
Lighthouse. It's got a lighthouse. It's got a basketball court in the house.
Yeah.
It's got boats outside.
There's a secret room
on an island. There's a secret room. Yeah, you have to press like a secret button, and it drops you through the floor. There's a TV in that room. You can look out and see
you have a turtle.
Turtles. There's turtles in Minecraft now, which is cool. But yeah,
I never, like, when I was younger, I liked Minecraft, but like I built houses out of diamonds that were like just a square. Kate somehow knows how to build like these realistic houses and the shape and all that. I don't understand why I ever found it fun, like replaying it now.
How you ever found it fun before?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I enjoy watching him play it. It's kind of weird. I used to like just watch, like I'd watch Cade play games for like hours.
Yeah.
And, like comment on stuff. Like it's always been something in my life. I've just watched Cade play games.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I like watching him play it, but there's no way I'd ever play it.
and like since we have all the time in the world now, we can go back and like relive the games we used to play.
Yeah.
And I was on call with my girlfriend, and we were like, we should play Roblox. Like, we haven't played Roblox in so many years.
Yeah.
So we got on Roblox, right? And we're playing in this random lobby, and there's like a chat like in the lobby, and we were in a lobby with our friends from school.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, me and her were talking, and then like in chat, and someone was like, "Wait, is this Stephanie and Cade?" And I was like, "Who is this?" And they're like, "It's Dylan Morris. I'm in your world history class." I was like, "No way!" So like, and there he was playing with his friends too, and we all just started playing Roblox for like
that's funny
hours and like 6 a.m.
There was one morning when I woke up and it was super early. It was like 4 or 4:30 in the morning, and I came out and you were in the kitchen. You just
Yeah, I
stayed up
remember
all
this.
night, and you were playing Categories because we had played Categories like the board game. Maybe the night before or a couple nights before, and I'm like, Cade, why are you playing Categories by yourself at 4:30 in the morning? You're like, I'm not. I'm playing with Stephanie, and you guys
Going
were
insane.
You guys were
schizophrenic
like
friends. I'm like Category with me.
You were like FaceTiming with Stephanie though, and playing Categories like over FaceTime, and I thought that was really cool.
We have to find new ways to interact with our friends and stuff because we can't see them in person.
Cool. All right. So, anything else about gaming?
No.
All right. What's your number 2, Jet?
My number 2 is longboarding.
Okay. Elaborate.
So when we ever first started, we go through phases of like hobbies, and some stick and some don't. Like we wanted to do disc golfing, and we enjoyed that. We did that like 3 times, and then we never did it again.
We kind of quit disc golf when we moved though, because we don't have that big backyard anymore. But continue.
And there's been lots of phases. Podcasting is obviously one that's stuck, even though we don't do it as often. We still do it frequently. Yeah. Longboarding is one that has actually stuck. Like we haven't stopped doing that. Yeah. But when we first did it, I thought in my head, I was out of shape then. I was like, I really hope this doesn't stick like they like this. And they did. And they had always asked me to go, and I'd go half the time, and whenever I did, I hated it. Like I wanted to go home so bad. Yeah. Now that I'm in shape and I've done it more, like it's actually really fun. It's a good way to traverse. I'm constantly asking my dad like for his credit card so I can just longboard and get snacks. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, because I remember that weekend when you taught me how to longboard, basically, Jed. It was back in June. And I wasn't that good.
We were at our grandma's house.
Yeah, that's right. We were over at grandma's house.
And I had my old longboard.
That's right, the really old. That was the only one we had at the time.
Yeah.
And we had a garage sale that day because we just moved. and Jet taught me how. And we took the money from the garage sale and we went to the mall and we bought 3 longboards, basically.
Didn't we buy 2 and
we
then
bought
went
2
back
and we went back to get Jet 1 because we realized after we got the 2 new ones that were really expensive and were nice, they were so much better than the one
we could just replace like the bearings and stuff and the trucks on the old one.
That'd still be a lot.
It'd be like $60 compared to what,
240. I mean, the ones we got were like $200 a piece, basically. But we've used the heck out of them. We use them all the time.
Mine is almost destroyed. I'm completely through. I've gone through so much with mine.
Yeah. But you're right. We would go out initially, and I would have to like almost beg you to go. Sometimes you wouldn't go. It would just be me and Cade.
Now we go like,
and you wouldn't like when you did go, you'd be behind, like way behind and struggling. And
same with baseball. I used to never swing at anything. I get on base with balls, and then with baseball, I swung at everything.
Yeah,
and that was my problem. Now is that I used to not go fast at all, but I could turn and traverse well. Now I go pretty fast, but I fall all the time.
Yeah.
Like I fall like at least 5 times every time I go.
Yeah,
and we would always longboard to the outlets near our house, and then like I started to branch off, like going farther to like the village and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite times was. I didn't tell you. I don't think I told you guys this, but it was kind of late. It was like I said like 8, and I was coming back, and like like when you're exiting a highway, and you're like, let's say you're driving, and then you exit on the right side, and like the store you want to go to is on the left side. You have to go like under the bridge or whatever like that. Those like long, like ramps going down.
Yeah, where the homeless people live.
Yeah. I went down one of those. There was no cars. I made sure there's no cars, and I went down one of those.
That's
and
cool.
Didn't fall.
I mean, it's cool. It's not cool. Don't do that.
I'm really proud of that.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, because you said spending time reconnecting with your old games and stuff like that. Lately, I've really been wanting to get the Nintendo and plug it in somewhere and play like Super Mario.
We haven't done that
Brothers
in this house, have we?
3.
You should do it tonight.
No, we haven't. Well, I mean, I still have to work tomorrow. I got to edit this podcast and stuff. Maybe tomorrow. But I really been wanting to do that too. So anyways, anything else to add about longboarding, Jet, before we move on?
No.
Okay. For my number 2, I put baseball cards. This is really for hobbies in general, but for me specifically, that's meant curating my collection. I have a ton of baseball cards.
How many?
Over 60,000 in my database so far. It's always been a source of peace for me, kind of sorting cards and logging them into my database, listening to music while I do, and shopping for new cards. And for those that know me well, I recently... April 6th was the 8th anniversary of my first best friend Matt's passing, and when that happened, and through conversations with his family and kind of thinking about Matt, I got back into collecting, and it's just been something that I do off and on, but I really enjoy it when I get to do it, and I've had a lot of time to do it lately, and what can I say? It makes me happy. So number 2, hobbies / baseball cards.
It's a good one. It makes me want to know what your number 1 is.
All right, my number 1's really good.
Mine is 2, actually.
All right, let's go on, Cade. What is your
number 1?
Going off of what you said earlier, my number 1 is showering.
He showers like 4 times a day.
I love taking showers. It's my favorite thing to do. Hot, cold, in the light, in the dark.
You often your bathroom, the window is at the front of the house, so I see it every time I come in there. And in the windowsill there, almost always I see a bottle of something like a drink.
I like to eat, drink in the shower, listen to music. It's my leisure time is in the shower.
Yeah.
And I listen to music. I have like 15 playlists or something like that.
We always know when you shower.
Yeah, because
music is blasting.
The house is bumping when you shower.
Yes. And I love showering. It's like my favorite thing to do.
All right.
Like
you already showered a lot even before this.
Yeah, I take like 2-3 showers a day. Now I can take as many as I want because I'm always home. It's beautiful. I love it.
You have these lists of things you have to do every day, and one of them is work out and walk the dogs. And you will shower like as I'm looking for you. I'm coming to tell you, Katie, you need to do your workout, and you're in the shower, and I'm like, you're showering right before you work out, but you shower again anyways.
Always stay clean. I always smell good.
Yeah,
like you always smell good, and you don't shower.
Yeah,
Jet doesn't shower. It doesn't smell good.
True.
I always shower and always smell good.
Yeah,
so
true.
I love showering.
True.
My favorite thing to do.
All right. Well, good job. That's a good pick for your number 1. All right,
I'll like browse Instagram too, like in the shower.
I'll get to that. I'll get to
how
that
can
in a
you
minute.
even do that? Like, wouldn't your phone get like really wet?
I keep my towel on the rack, and our rack's like right next to the shower, so I'll just dry my hands off, grab my phone, and keep going.
I have some stuff to say about that, but I'll get to it in a minute. We'll wait. All right, Jet, what's your number one?
Spending time with family and friends.
That's similar to mine, but how is it? How is your number one?
It's my number one because I get to bug you when you're working. I do a lot of stuff with Cade. I'm active, games, all that. I call my friends a lot. That's basically it.
Yeah. One thing I want to say is this shelter in place mandate has been difficult on a lot of families. I'm on Facebook a lot, and I see a lot of people kind of, I don't know if complaining is the right word, but maybe it is, about being stuck at home all day with your kids and your family. Like it's a hard thing. And I get why it is in some way. You get tired of seeing the same people all the time. But I really wanted to commend both of you guys. You've both been really good about it. I have to get on to you for some things, schoolwork in particular. But for the most part, you guys have been getting along. You get along with each other, which is really nice. You get along with me, which is really nice. So I get what you're saying. It's like spending more time with the people that you love is not a bad thing. And we do it well. So it's been good. And it leads into my number one, which I called reconnecting. I had actually talked about this aspect second, but I'll say it first. Reconnecting at home has been a thing because we do. You're right. You come in here a lot when I'm working. We get to play catch outside. We get to stay up late, and we've made this thing that's been hard not so unbearable, and it's been good for each other. The other aspect of reconnecting that I had as my number one is kind of counterintuitive because you think, like, Kate, you kind of laughed when you said friends, spending time with friends, because you're being stuck at home means you lose those connections. But for me, it's been the opposite. I've had more time to text my friends and call them, to be on Facebook and social media and reconnect with people that I do care about, but haven't had the time to do because I'm busy at work or I'm driving home from work. My commute's really long, right? So I've had time to do that. Now I'm in a group, for example, the best example I could think of is I have a group text with my college roommates that's been going on for longer than a decade. And
is it consistent?
Yeah, it's always consistent. And I mean, there are days when we have over 100 texts. There are some days where it's a few, but it's been going on for over a decade. And for the past several months with my work situation, I haven't been able to participate. It made me really sad, kind of being disconnected from that, like missing out on the conversation and the text, because those guys mean a lot to me. They're my best friends. But I've been able to be more active and present there lately, and I'm grateful for that. So that's an example of kind of how this, even though we're stuck at home, I've been able to reconnect.
Yeah, I'm still staying like in touch with my friends, but then you have those friends that I just call school friends, where I don't have like a desire to reach out to you outside of school.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you for being there.
Sure.
During the time where no one wants to be there.
So it's interesting that you say that. I know exactly what you mean. For me, it'd be work friends, right?
Yeah,
kind of the same thing. But I will say this. When guys, I read somewhere, and I think this is very true, when guys reach a certain age, say like 25, they stop making new friends because you have your circle of friends that you want to be lifelong friends with, and you're not in school anymore. You're not in social situations as much anymore. And you just hang on to those guys. So that's my group of friends that I have the group text with. And for you have some that you still talk to. You're kind of experiencing like that at an earlier age now because of this stay-at-home thing, the pandemic. But the ones that are like your school friends that you wouldn't like. Yeah. For me as an adult, you kind of just lose track of those people, except for Facebook. You can connect with people that way, but to actually have real conversations with you stop doing that with a lot of people. And your circle gets. I had a huge circle. My social circle was huge when I was in school. High school, especially college too. And then I became an adult and I had kids and like it shrunk, and now I have a very small circle that I'm very close to, but outside of that, I don't really care to add to it,
Yeah.
Which is probably a good thing.
It's like, I don't want to text you. Like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Like,
right.
It's like when I'm in class, I know what to talk to you and then we'll like branch off in conversation, but like, I'm not going to text you outside of school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of conversations I had with friends now was, hey, how are you doing? How's quarantine?
Yeah.
Good. Like, okay, I gotta go. that's the whole thing.
True. All right. Kate, did you have any
honorable mention?
I did. I had skating, which I bought a skateboard and used it once and never used it again.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get back into it more. Mm-hmm. And tech decking, which is smaller skating.
So for those who don't know what tech decks are, you've probably seen them. They're like just like a real skateboard, but they're tiny, and
for your fingers.
You put your fingers on them and ride around as if your fingers were legs, basically.
Yeah, and I like made this popular again because I would bring it to school as a joke. People were like, no way, that's a tech deck, and I was like, yeah, I know, I still have one.
Yeah.
People would be like, that's so crazy. Now all my friends have like tech decks in like skate parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like I'll post it on my story and everyone's like, bro, that's a sick skate park. I was like, yeah, I want to see mine. And then we'll like text about like having like.
So you had like it wasn't a tech deck, but it was like a tech deck, but it was like a Star Wars little miniature
it was a
skateboard.
And like my friends remember those too because they had them. They were McDonald's Happy Meal toys.
Okay, is that where we got it from? And you would play with it, and we would go to like Zoomies or other places, and you'd be like, "Oh, these tech decks are awesome!" So I got you one for Christmas. And put it in your stocking, and you were like, "Oh, this is so cool!" And then since then, like every time
I've used it probably every day since Christmas.
And now you bought like I got you like a staircase thing set for Valentine's Day, and for Easter you just got a ramp, and in between you've bought build your own tech decks with parts like wheels and the trunks and all that.
They're toys, but. It's like every component that's in a skateboard is also in a tech deck.
Yeah.
You want to replace the wheels, you have to like undo the thing, you have a little tool to do it with, and like.
Yeah. So when I was talking about hobbies for my number 2, and I had baseball cards, I thought if you didn't mention, I was going to be like, dude, what about your tech decks? Because you have been doing that. That's cool. All right, anything else? Any other honorable mentions?
That's it.
No honorable mention.
All right, I had naps, because who doesn't love naps? Working from home is a big one. Snacking, video games, which wasn't really for me, but for you guys. Social media, which I kind of combined with reconnecting. Board games. We played a few board games here and there, right?
Yeah.
We played Categories,
Monopoly.
Uno, yeah. And that Blockbuster game that we bought.
That's a good one, yeah.
Exercise, I've been meaning to do, and I haven't. You guys have been, though. And one of the things I put was food deliveries, because a lot of places are delivering now for free. And they do this thing where it's no contact delivery, where they just drop the food off at the door and leave, so you don't have to actually see anything.
Yeah, I've been getting like snacks all day, just snagging like food off people's lawns.
Yeah, yeah. But it's kind of fun, like eating crappy and having it like not. You don't feel as guilty for it because we're all stuck in this thing. Yeah. So I could like go heat up Hot Pockets and not feel so guilty because that's what we have. We have Hot Pockets. I'm sorry, we're out of real food for now. So yeah, food delivery. And that concludes my honorable mentions. So I guess we can move on. Cade, what is your...
The worst?
I think we've all had this coming. Online school.
Yeah.
It's easily the worst thing. I mean, at first it was nice. Didn't have to see any teachers. You don't have to like worry about anything.
Yeah.
Forgetting your ID. Going even more negative in your lunch account.
Right.
So, and then it just like... The work started picking up, and now it's like the same thing you're doing at school, but without seeing your friends, the school friends.
Yeah,
that I have in classes, the groups I have in classes. It's like I can't, like, what? There's no like I had. It's like everyone's lost all motivation for it.
Yeah, so you're still having to do a lot of the work. Just you lose the social and fun aspect of being at school.
Yeah, and for most of my classes, like for the final exams and like the AP courses and something like that, they've canceled all of like the work we're learning right now going up until we take the test. None of it's going to be on the test.
Yeah.
So everything we've learned in AP history so far, like or this semester or since quarantine started, is not going to be on the test.
Yeah.
Like, why am I still doing it then?
Right.
Like,
yeah, I get it. All right, Jet, what's your worst?
Procrastination.
Explain.
This quarantine thing sounds like it would be like a dream for me. Staying at home like all day, and even like doing work like at school. It just sounds way easier, and it's easier, but it seems like it's easier because I like have a calculator. It's just easier to do stuff at home, but it's so hard to stay on task for me.
Yeah.
Half the time, I like don't do any of my work.
I know. I get the emails from your teachers like every day.
I'm like, okay, I have to do it. I do it at the last second. It's just so annoying.
Yeah. I've been getting on to you a lot. So
I miss school.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I get it. All right. For my worst, I thought of picking something bad, like kind of how you did, Kate, but instead I don't know. I didn't want to focus on something like that. So I picked something that some people would like to do, but isn't for me. And mine was cooking. So that was on your list. Cooking isn't my favorite activity in general.
But you're good at it.
I appreciate that. But we've had to do it a lot more lately under these circumstances. And I don't know how many times I've looked at the fridge hoping there's something like ready for me to eat in there, and there's not. I'm like, oh, I gotta cook something, and I just kind of hate that feeling. I just want something easy.
See, my worst feeling is like those quick snacks. Like we have Hot Pockets, but like it takes 2 minutes. We have ramen, but like you have to cook that.
Yeah.
You know? And like when you look in the pantry and there's not Pop-Tarts, you can just immediately open and eat one. I get mad because I don't want to prepare the food.
Same. That's what I'm saying. And being stuck at home, we get bored and we want to eat. Like that's part of being stuck at home, and that's just how it works. Now, one kind of exception to this is I've been grilling lately. We like, for example, for Easter, we grilled steaks and bratwurst and some corn, and that is actually fun, and I kind of enjoy doing that because you guys come out there with me. The weather's been nice. We listen to music, we goof around and all that. So that that's better. But in general, cooking is my worst. All right, ready for listener choices. We have social media. What's your favorite quarantine activity? And I will say this. I mean, the results were, somewhat evenly spread, except for number one was way, way, way far ahead of everything else.
I bet I know what it is.
Well, let me name the other. Well, go ahead and guess. What do you think it is?
Watching Netflix.
That was number two. Netflix was number two, and that was barely in front of crafting, napping, playing games, and eating snacks. Number one,
crafting.
Some various people said crafting, or they said something like Ashley Orchid Petty. She said she's working on photo albums. I kind of grouped that under crafting.
Yeah.
Jessica San Miguel said she does this thing called diamond art, and she showed pictures of it on the Facebook, which is cool. But I put it under crafting also. Number one by far was drinking.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of this on social media.
Yeah.
I guess that.
Drinking alcohol was number one by it was more than twice second place. So one that I wanted to point out in particular came from listener Teresa Charleston. You've heard me talk about her before because she helped us design our logo, and she's been a long time listener. She's always contributed, and we really appreciate Teresa. But she lives in Chicago.
I want to go to Chicago.
I want to go to Chicago too because she's been sharing these videos. One of her choices was cheering from balconies because she has this. She lives in Chicago in this like high-rise building, and she has a balcony. And in downtown Chicago, every night at like 8:00, they've been singing songs. And
I saw a video of this in Italy.
Okay.
They sang a Lil Pump song.
Okay.
And I saw Lil Pump posted it, so they were singing a song, but they're all standing on their balconies and singing the song.
Yeah, she goes out there every night at 8, and she does it on Facebook Live so people can watch. And I've seen it on the news and stuff too, and it's really cool. It's just kind of a fun way for the community to get together that still practices social distancing and all that. And they sing songs together, and it's just kind of a cool thing. So I thought that was a really cool choice. So thank you, Teresa, for providing that example for us. And that will move us on to the
pew pew pew
Good.
pew.
Glenn Solomon fun fact of the week.
Pew pew pew
Good.
pew.
I thought that I didn't want to do anything facts about COVID-19 because it's depressing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the statistics and all that, so we're not going to talk about that. But I did want to give a few fun facts about shower since I haven't been showering and Kate has been showering extra to balance that out. So here's a few fun facts.
I'm taking the showers you want.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Thank you for picking up the slack. The average shower is 13 minutes long.
That's like rookie numbers.
Yeah? How long is your shower?
I could easily spend 45 minutes to an hour in the shower.
For me, 13 minutes seemed like a long time. I think mine are shorter than that, but I don't know.
I take showers at like 3 a.m., which are like the best showers.
Yeah.
And
you're using a lot of water.
I'll take those showers for like 30 minutes.
Who do you think showers more often, men or women?
Women.
Men.
It's men. Men shower more often than women. Yeah.
That's crazy.
75% of Americans take their smartphone in the shower, and this is what we were just talking about. I was going to save it for this conversation. That's something I've never done. I'd be way too scared of breaking my phone. I don't even bring it in the bathroom with me because I don't want the steam from my shower to get to it. I leave it in my closet. So that's crazy to me. But 75.
I'll spend like an hour pooping with it, and then like an hour showering with it.
This one I found crazy. 56% of people shower standing up. 44%.
That's almost half.
That's crazy to me. That doesn't seem right. I don't know.
Like when I shower with my buddies, like we're all standing up. But like, I don't know anyone that showers standing down.
I have at least one friend that I know that showers sitting down because we've talked about it in a group text. But almost half of people do this. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
That's not right.
There's no way.
I tell you, I listen to a podcast called Reply All. It's one of the most popular podcasts out there. One of the hosts showers sitting down always, and he brought it up, and his co-host was like, what? You shower sitting down? That's a thing? And all these people called in and they're like, yeah, I shower sitting down too. So I guess it's a thing.
Maybe I should try it.
Maybe you'll like it. I don't know.
Do they just sit like on a chair?
Well, there are chairs that they build for that, for people who are like handicapped, who need help, assistance. They have shower seats. But the guy that on the pot, he just sits down on the ground, like on the shower floor.
I have done
Why
that
don't you
while
just
my
take
legs
a
are tired
bath?
before.
I don't know.
I think baths are kind of gross.
Because you sit in your own
It's like
dirty
a
water.
soup of germs.
They're fine, but then I feel like I have to shower afterwards.
How do you wash yourself during a bath?
I mean, that's how people wash themselves for a long time. It works, but you're right, because you sit in your own dirty water. I feel like I need to shower after I take a bath. This is the last one, and I think this one, I'm not saying the statistic is wrong, but I think that people lied about it.
Okay.
45% of Americans said they pee in the shower. My gut tells me it's got to be a lot higher than 45%.
Everyone pees in the shower.
But people are afraid to admit it.
Yeah, I pee in the shower.
I pee in the shower. Dad?
Oh, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you?
The woman? I don't know if they can.
Yes, they can.
They can.
No.
Yes, they can.
Well, maybe women who sit down in the shower.
Maybe.
Good point.
I have one.
You have one?
No way. A good one?
I don't know.
It's time for
like the violin one.
Jet's
That was my favorite
pun
one.
of the week.
That's so funny. All right, Jet, what do you got? I had to back up in case.
It's hard for people to make money during quarantine. I guess you could say it's hard to corn cha-ching.
Oh my gosh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
How is that bad?
Corn cha-ching.
I had one, and I actually put this on my Facebook status, and I told you not to read it just before this recording. You know who buys up all the toilet paper?
Who?
Assholes.
That's so dumb. Mine is better than yours.
I think mine's pretty good.
Corn
Didn't I have a cow one once?
Probably.
The violin one, you went on for like 2 minutes trying to explain it before you even told the punchline. Like, so there's like a violin, and like imagine that it could walk, and I don't even remember. It was so
I think
bad.
there was something with macaroni or I don't know.
Macaroni?
All right. Anything else?
No,
right,
that was a good one though.
Thanks to everyone for taking the time to listen. Please check out our Facebook page, our Twitter account, our Instagram account. They're all 5 to 1 podcast. Listen to us on Spotify. Give us your opinion. Give us ideas for future episodes. Give us a review on iTunes. It's been a while since we've gotten 5-star reviews, but it's been a while since people left a comment. So we like that kind of stuff. Call us 469-607-521. That's 469-607-5861. And hey, Jet, please join us next time on 521 for our discussion on
Top 5 crimes to commit.
Yay!
Yeah.
Guaranteed to know you.